Welcome back to another Double Bogey show. We talk about everything golf off season. We got Maddie Pool in house again, making her 17,000th debut on the Double Bogey show. We talk about the intricacies of the golf group chat and what it becomes when you're no longer golfing for the year. And we also talked about your locker in high school. It's nothing to do with golf, but we talked about it. Enjoy the episode.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 113.
113?
112.
112.
112.
112.
I usually just spit a number out and then wait for confirmation.
112 was my lunch number at school.
You guys have lunch numbers?
Yeah, you walk through the line, you have to tell them your lunch number so they knew who to charge it to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have dreams that you forget the combination lock on your locker from elementary school?
No.
I do probably once a year, and it freaks me out, dude. It freaks me out that I can't get in my locker and I don't remember the combination, and then I wake up and I'm like, son of a bitch, I still don't know the combination, and then I come to.
You know what blows my mind? How were kids forgetting their combination so often? I remember like once a week, some kid had to get their lock cut off. It's like, how do you forget?
No shit.
You do this 6 times a day.
But also, there are kids who will hack their locker by like they'll lift up the little lever and they'll stick a pencil through it, and then it's always open.
Smart.
I mean, it's one less thing you have to think about during the
Well,
day.
you're supposed to have a lock on it.
Wow.
No, I get that, but some kids just they don't care.
Yeah.
Also, the kid at school who nothing was hung up and everything just started to
On
build
the
up
bottom.
from the bottom
Yeah,
up.
I've been there.
That was
Really?
Yeah.
That
I
was
could
me.
so see you doing that, Jake.
was definitely
You kind
me.
of surprised me.
I'm not that organized.
Really?
I'm a big let it get bad, deep clean. Let it get bad, deep clean.
Well, it's kind of like me. I don't do chores and shit during the week. I do them all on the weekend.
Yeah. So for me, it's like once a month. Like my
Really?
office, we get sent random golf shit from all over, and it just all the boxes end up in my office.
That's
and
me too.
And like all the shirts that don't fit end up in my office. And then once a month, I go around to everyone else in the office, like, hey, you want this golf shirt? You want this golf
Just
shirt?
handing shit out.
And like
left and right.
because we're a large and an extra large, so anytime we get 2Xs or mediums, I know exactly who to go to give those shirts to.
Yeah, and they appreciate that stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're like your locker back in elementary school is like you never know what you're gonna find in it.
Yeah.
You ever find that the case in your golf bag?
Oh
You're
yeah.
like, never know what you're gonna find in there.
Especially the big side pockets because they're like layered.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you forget you even have the one that's really close to the bag and you're reaching like, oh, sweet. Half drank bottle of Fireball.
Yeah. I have a cutoff polo in one of mine.
Why?
Because Lucas, our golf coach Lucas, gave it to me for either a podcast or a video. I was talking about like getting rid of tan lines and how to do that. Well, cut the sleeves off, damn it. That's number one way to get rid of the tan lines.
Well, all that does is give you a weird layered tan line. So when I was a roofer, and
what do you mean layered tan line?
so I'm about to explain.
Okay, go ahead.
When I was a roofer, you had like 4 different shirts, right? You had your long sleeve shirt for hot tar. You had a regular t-shirt for normal weather, and you had a cutoff shirt. And then you had the cutoff where like the sides are ripped down to like your hips.
Nipples are
Yep.
hanging out.
So my entire body, like my torso and my belly and like most of my sides were pure white, right? Because that's always covered.
Ghostly.
And then my shoulders, a little bit more tan than the rest of my body. And then to the next cutoff layer, a little more tan. And then from my shoulder down to about mid elbow, a little more tan, but because it gets covered sometimes with the t-shirt,
Yep.
not as tan as my forearms. But then you got down to my hands, you wear gloves the whole day. My hands
Bright
were just white. So I had like this weird like color palette of tan skinness all the way to like mid pec.
Like ombre hair color. You got ombre tan going on.
I think you just get rid of the t-shirt. Just either go long sleeve or stringer.
Yeah, well, you need the t-shirt sometimes. On a more professional job, you'd have to wear t-shirts, no cutoffs.
What I thought was funny was when Lucas gave this to me, he said this is their team's lifting shirt. So I mean, if you can, he went to a large D1 school in this area, and I mean, the football team is not fucking 10-time national champs. The
Something
weight
like
room,
that.
I'm sure they've paid for the weight room just from the football team.
Mhm.
So when the golf team's in the weight room, like
With polos on.
with cut off polos, dude. Imagine that scene. Guys squatting like $120 for 2 max.
There are
effort.
some absolute scrawny dudes in golf that are really
Yes,
good.
but can piss on the ball.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's just swing mechanics.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Somebody
swing
tell
mechanics.
Bryson that.
But if you have swing mechanics and you are strong as hell,
Yes.
you can hit the ball a long ways.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing yoga this summer.
Yoga's a good one. Hip mobility,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. That I keep telling myself, like, Ryan, let's get into some golf training. Let's get strong for next year. And then I maybe do it for one day and I'm like, it's not worth it.
I don't think strength is my issue. Yeah, it would help. But I think what's
Because
going
you're a strong boy.
I'm a super strong boy, and now I have double dad strength.
Okay.
I don't think I need to work on strength. The thing I truly do think my golf game would benefit from a lot is some flexibility.
Yeah.
I think that's huge.
The legs, the hammies are tight, the back is tight, and when I stretch for a round, it's bend over once for about 5 seconds and then stretch the arms a little.
I do not stretch whatsoever for a round.
I just do it because I know that if I don't, I'm going to be a little sore.
Well, I think we've talked about this before, but my swing tends to feel better when I'm tight because I'm not over swinging then. In the simulator, if I hit 100 shots in the sim and I'm fully warmed up, that's when shit goes wrong.
See, so I've flipped my stance on this. I 100% agree with you. Your swing is better when you're stiff, but that's how I get worse as the round goes. I'm loosening up as the round goes. If I start it loose, I can start and finish at the same talent level.
We actually saw the stats on this in the swing speed video that's coming out Thursday. Ryan,
Yes.
you were swinging really, really well when you were tight, and like
Then you loosened up. I also think you got tired because the whole point of this video is Ryan was just swinging as hard as he fucking could every time.
Just swing speed.
Yep.
We're trying to hit a certain MPH and swing speed.
Mhm. And as much as you pretend to be a hardo, you are human. I think you got tired.
So what are you telling the people?
You got tired.
Are you spoiling the video?
No, because we pulled some tricks out of our sleeve to get
Maybe
Ryan's swing
cheated.
speed up, even if he was tired.
We maybe cheated the system.
We did a little. We
Um,
never set any rules, so it's not cheating.
What are your buddies doing in the off season?
I don't know, sitting on their thumbs doing nothing.
Are any of your buddies like they in any sim leagues or anything like that?
No, they're all lame.
So when the season's done, they're done.
Yeah, for the most part, like we'll go to the simulator. Like I had some buddies here the other day
Sure.
to play on the simulator, but we have been talking about joining the winter Sweet Shots League, but that'll be in the bays, not in the simulators.
You don't need an extra guy.
No, we're good.
that's tough, Ryan. That's actually really tough.
Even like your alternates are filled.
Yeah, we got 6 guys.
Ryan, I'm sorry, dude.
Jake, we do have one alternate.
The
spot
last
if you
time,
want.
Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, actually, I think I'm open.
don't pretend like I'm this guy no one wants to golf with.
What do you mean? No, yeah, you could get your own team for sure.
The last time we played in a scramble at Sweet Shots together, I fucking carried you guys.
What do you mean? I played great.
No, you
You
didn't.
and me carried the other 2. We talked about it on the podcast.
Yes. So if the other 2 are on your winter sim league
No,
team, it's
one
gonna
of them
piss me
is.
off.
No, I don't want the other one. One of them's on my team just because he'll buy beers.
That's actually a great
You know
reason
your
to keep
place,
someone
Connor.
around. Yeah.
So you don't need another guy.
No, we're pretty good. I mean, you can like come hang out with us if you want.
When's the fucking sign up for this league?
It's sign up is I think there's only a couple days left, so you better do it quick. Get a team
Okay,
together.
I only need one day left, and I'm getting a team together.
Okay.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
What do you mean?
The fact that you don't ask me to be on your
Well,
team
I
for
just
this winter.
figured from like our league experience this summer, you weren't gonna have time. I played in league so much more than you. I had to play with other teams, so I just figured that I'd play with that team.
What days is this league?
It's a show up and play. Like you get like 4 days.
Easy. Nah, I'm done.
Yeah, well, I
That's
just
so-
figured we only played in our league team together twice all summer. That you'd just be too busy for me.
I gotta get in this winter sim league.
It's not a
Guys,
sim
thanks
league.
again for listening to the episode. I got a sim league to sign up for. Well, it's virtual golf. And
Yes.
an outdoor entertainment facility, Sweet Shots. That is. Okay, so like, what does your group chat turn into
Okay.
in the off season of golf?
So the group chat all summer long is firing, and it is like fucking clockwork, this group chat. It is every Wednesday, dad of the group is like, hey guys, got us a tee time for league at 5:05. And everyone's like, cool, yeah, I'll be there. Oh no, I can't make that work. So yada, 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 whatever. It's every Wednesday at like right around lunchtime he does it. And then the rest of the week is Thursday, it's a score update. Like, Lane played like shit. Haha, Lane shot 65 on 9. Or you should have seen how well Lane played today. He got an eagle, which is a negative hole in one and with his handicap.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of the week, it's shit post and memes until Monday or until Wednesday again. It's maybe some updates on like whatever golf tournament was that weekend. Like, hey, here's the Cam Smith meme that came from the Waste Management this weekend. And then boom, Wednesday comes around, rinse and repeat. But the
so
winter,
it's strictly golf league?
all summer long, it's all golf league. Maybe the casual Friday night text like, hey guys, I got a tee time Saturday morning if anyone wants to join.
See, that's how mine's different from yours. Obviously, the guys in my group chat we're not league guys. I was the only league guy, and I was that league guy for about 4 weeks. So we haven't talked about league. We always talk about our weekend rounds and, whether we have to travel, whether someone can't make it, and all that jazz. But I've been beginning to notice there's 4 guys in my group chat.
Yep.
And there are types of guys in golf group chats.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think that is across the board. The first guy I'm thinking of is the planner, someone who is booking tee times. He's seen who can all make it. He's seen we want morning, we want evening, we want Saturday, we want Sunday, what day we want. He's got it all down. He might even be booking online, paying for everybody, just so the tee time's locked in and they're just having people Venmo him, right? There's also the guy who can never make it, which is...
Like, what are you in this chat for?
Thank you, which is beyond me, because number one, why are you even in this chat if you can never make it?
Sorry, I got to do my taxes on Saturday morning at 8 a.m.
Well,
Otherwise, I could go.
Yeah, and I think part of it is because... like the one time you do get out with this guy, he's a great time to golf with. And maybe it's the significant other holding him back. Maybe it's his anxiety of like having shit to do around the house that's holding him back. I don't know. I'm not speaking about anyone
There's just always an excuse.
There's always an excuse for not being able to go. On the other end of the spectrum, there's always the guy that can go. And
he's got nothing going on. No kids yet.
He's
maybe a bachelor. If not, he's just like in a relationship that's pretty casual that she lets him do whatever he wants.
He's got money to throw around.
Yep.
He maybe wants to stay after for an hour or two and have a couple beers. There's that guy, the guy that can always go. And I hope in your group chat, the guy who can always golf is the person that you feel most comfortable golfing as a twosome with. There's nothing better.
Yeah, it's always like, I'll get a tee time. I know so-and-so can do it.
Yeah.
It's like you get it before you even ask the group chat because you know there's that guy in there that will for sure golf with you.
100%. And then I feel like there's always a guy who backs out last minute.
Yeah.
He doesn't, if 3 out of the 4 are on board, he's going to feel weird being like, hey, I can't make it. So instead, he's going to be like, yep, I'm down for that. And then night before or morning of, he's like, hey fellas, like I had this thing pop up that I've actually known about for like a month. I just didn't want to tell you right away. So I'm officially going to have to back out of the round this Saturday.
Well, and it doesn't matter if you are the mom being super annoying and always talking to the group chat. It doesn't matter if you're the guy that can't always go. This dude is the worst in the entire group chat. Don't be the last minute canceler. Just say no if you know you can't go.
Just say no.
It's fine. There's already a guy that does that. Just jump on his train. Tell us you can't go so we can fill your fucking spot.
Okay. Here's another question for you. Should, let's just say, should you feel obligated to invite everyone out in your group chat for a round on any given weekend? Or can you just go out with the buddy who always wants to go? Or can you, hey, maybe the guy who can never go can go this weekend. Maybe just you two head out as a twosome. Do you have to feel obligated to invite everybody in the group chat?
Yes.
Why?
We're in the Midwest. You have to throw the invite out.
We're also old enough, though, to where you shouldn't have to invite everyone to everything all the time.
Ryan, how would you feel? You just got upset that I'm in a league and I didn't ask you to be in it.
I more so got upset for... I more so got upset for the sake of just as an argument.
Ryan, you are looking right into the mirror right now, dude.
Wouldn't you feel shitty if 2 of the guys in your group chat didn't even tell you and you just saw them golfing? It's like when we talked about, we did a whole video on it, the golfing bromance.
Mm-hmm.
Like your guy, like I know you have your group chat, but I also know that you have one person in that group chat you golf with the most.
I think that I think the most reliable guy in that group chat always needs to be asked.
Okay.
Because he's never let you down.
But then if you ask just him, then you're just excluding one person in the group chat. You throw the ask out. It's not the end of the world if you got 3 or 4 instead of just the 2. Because 9 times
You're
out of
probably
10, the dude that can't always go
You're probably right.
and the dude that cancels last minute will just make it a twosome for you anyway.
You're probably right.
You just got to throw the ask out there. It's polite.
Okay. And
See,
that's why I posed the question.
Yes. I think you got to throw it in there. And if you know, like you can scheme ahead to be nice, right? Like you text your buddy individually, like, hey, dude, I got us a tee time for just 2 people. I'm going to throw it in the group chat 30 minutes before our tee time. So then everyone feels like they got asked. But in reality, there's no way they can swing it that fast.
Okay. Do you and this is the depths of the golf group chat. If someone says something stupid or comes up with a dumb excuse as to why they can't go, you ever text the other guys individually and be like, what the fuck is this deal, man? Like, why, like what's going on here? There's no way that he can't golf this Saturday. His wife's going to be out of town, all this kind of stuff. Like, whatever.
I don't do that in a second group chat, but that is the first conversation I have when we get to the course.
No, not a second group chat, but do you ever text like, because you typically, like, Connor in your group chat is your best buddy. You would text him outside of the group chat about something non-golf related. So do you ever just text him individually about like something that's going on in the group chat? Maybe some drama that's brewing a little bit?
Yeah, I'll like hint at it, but like most of our in-depth, like let's dive into this is in the cart. It's like, hey, what the fuck is going on with Lane? Why is he hasn't golfed with us once and he's always down? Like what's happening? Like,
yeah.
Does he have a new group of friends? Like what's going on here?
Yeah. So like I said, I have 4 people in my golf group chat. One of them is not really a golfer.
Mm-hmm.
He enjoys going out if everyone else is going out and if like the timing works right for him. So you can kind of just push him out of the picture. Essentially, it's me and the 2 other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been searching for a reliable 4th.
Well, now you're about to get a flood of DMs.
For so many years now. And it's so hard to find a 4th. Because here's the thing. These group chats are sacred. Not anyone just gets invited into a group chat. These are your fucking boys.
I have a story for you involving my golf group chat.
Okay.
Just like this, but finish yours first.
I mean, you go on. Because all I'm saying is that the chat just forms itself organically. You know, when I started golfing 3-4 years ago, you know, I found one buddy who really likes to golf, and then we had another buddy who really likes to golf, and then we kind of just, another guy in our friend group were like, hey, you want to golf? And he's just kind of a casual about it. So we brought him into it, and he can never make it. He's just not a huge golfer. So that 4th slot that we're looking to fill, I mean, we can't even fill a 4-man scramble with the group chat right now. And that's an issue.
Big time.
And now,
but also you can't just be bringing in people willy-nilly.
Exactly. So how do you find the 4th to bring into the golf group chat? It's a sacred thing.
It's tough. Well, I'll give you an example of what just happened with my golf group chat. So I think...
How many guys are in your group chat?
Right now, I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
I'm going to get to it. So I think that every golf group chat in the Midwest in the winter/fall turns into a fantasy football group chat.
Without a doubt. 100%.
See, I don't play fantasy football with the other guys in my chat. But we're 3 are Vikings fans and the other one's a Packers fan.
So it becomes a football chat.
So it becomes kind of a football chat.
Yes.
And it becomes an ice fishing chat.
Yes. So it always morphs from right around early September. It starts blending together. It is golf group chat / fantasy football group chat. And right now it is just fully fantasy football group chat. And our golf group chat was 5 guys for 6 years.
Really?
And it was roommate group chat because we had 5 guys in the house and it was just the same 5 guys forever. This year we needed to add a couple dudes for fantasy football, which is fine. Start a separate group chat. One of the guys in our group chat, it's a Snapchat group that you can't change. It has years and years of backlogged messages and memes and shit posts at each other. added 3 more guys to it.
Ooh.
I was so upset. In the group chat, I'm like, what are you doing? You can't let randos into this sacred group chat. I genuine. And he's like, oh, you're right. I fucked up. And you can't remove people in Snapchat without deleting the entire conversation. So now they're just in there. And there's nothing wrong with these guys. They're great dudes. But you can't mess with the sanctity of a group chat that's been going for 8+ years. So now if I have to start a completely new thread to see if there's anyone that wants to golf this summer.
I think it's time for a new chapter. I think all good things do come to an end. And I think it's time to end that Snap group.
We have to. It's basically dead. It's still a thing. It's just fantasy football now. It'll never be golf again.
That is a tough pill to swallow.
Like
Yeah,
you know who, you know him. I'll put him on blast. He's listening right now. Logan, you fucked up. You fucked up big time, Logan. You ruined it.
I can see Logan doing shit, pulling a stunt like that.
And then he's like, oh, shit, dude, my bad.
I can see him pulling an absolute stunt like that. Okay. Well, you had 5 guys before. Is that including you or 6 including you?
5 including me.
Okay, 5 including you.
Now we have 8.
What if everybody wants to golf that Saturday morning in the 5-man group chat and you can't have 5 sims on the course? Then what do you do?
One guy's out of town now. He's just kind of the fly on the wall. I'll add that as another type of person in the group chat, the fly on the wall that just never responds.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's just there to observe.
Yeah.
He lives out of town, so it wasn't really an issue. He could never golf. He was just there to chime in every once in a while with like a funny little quote or like let us know what's going on in his life.
So I don't think you have a legit golf group chat.
I do.
I think you need to start a new one.
Oh, I have to start a new one now. I have no choice.
So yours is via Snapchat or text? Or
both. It's the same people, but most of the conversation is through the Snapchat now.
Okay.
Because we share like memories from 6 years ago when someone was shit canned before they had kids puking in the street, you know?
Yeah. I guess we also have a text and a Snap group.
Yeah.
The Snap group's fun because you can see, I mean, if one guy's missing out, you can show him he's missing out. The text group is also fun because, I mean, it's the text group, right? You can just, you can fire shit off left and right.
Yeah, I would say the Snapchat group is for fun. The text group is for business.
Exactly. They serve 2 completely different purposes.
Text groups for dialing in tee times.
Yeah, you're right. So it's the same group of people, 2 different platforms. I am texting for tee times. I am snapping to make fun of someone.
Sure. There is a hardo in my group too, and we're gonna. I've been vouching to get him on the podcast. I am not the hardo of the group.
What?
No, I talk about my golf buddy a lot. We're gonna get him on the podcast, and we'll talk to him about him and I's just golfing in general.
I'm taking that day off.
Me
actually.
too.
Yeah.
No, it'll be good because he's the hardo. He's also the one that gets roasted the most. So me and another guy in the chat, we will just fire shots left and right, and he will fire shots back. And it is some of the greatest banter of all time.
Do you think that maybe you're both hardos?
No,
But
because
since he's a hardo, you don't see yourself as one?
no, because me and my other buddy in the group chat, we're both always on the same page with the shots that we're firing.
Which means
And
you're
these
both
shots
hardos.
no, but for some reason they just never fire shots at me. Why is that? Why do I never get shots fired?
I think it's a personality thing. They might be throwing shots at you, but you don't see it as shots thrown at you.
No, I think it's if they were to throw a shot at me, I would throw in 2 times as big back.
You're the guy that gets insulted minorly. You're like, hey, Ryan, I think your shirt's dumb. And you're like, yeah, well, your fucking parents don't love you. You just take it too far right away.
Probably. But I can take some shit. I'm the type of guy where if you give me shit, you have to expect it back.
You're right.
And the people who give shit but can't receive it back, there's a special place in this world for you.
No, it's not. I take the most shit. I just never give it back. I take a lot of shit.
Yeah, Jake's good at taking shit.
Yeah.
The hardo in my group is also good at taking shit because I know he's going to fire something right back, and it's good banter.
You just keep describing yourself.
But it's not myself. I'm telling you right now.
I think it is. I think you two are so similar that you
Tyler,
are
the
missing
fact that
this.
you think you know something about my group chat is beyond me.
But you are literally describing, you're like, I do this, and then he does the same thing, and then I do it back to him. You're like, you're just saying in more words that you guys do the same thing to each other, which says you're the same person.
It wasn't even a question of like, hey, am I this guy or not? It was just, this is just what we do.
Okay.
And you need to accept that because you know what? Not all group chats are created equally.
I think you have 2 Hardos in yours. You're right.
Oh, if it's 1v1, it's Hardo City.
Yeah.
It's literally Hardoville, USA, because I need to match the Hardo energy against him, and we play 1v1 every single weekend.
So what if his thought process is the same? He's like, I need to match Ryan's Hardo energy, and
It's
you two
not.
are just in a Hardo off.
It's not. I mean, we'll have him on the podcast. We'll fucking talk about it.
And you two will just sit there and Hardo off for the whole episode.
But again, he's the type of guy who will hit the same exact ball with the same exact markings, and he will never.
Which is a fucking bananas move.
Do I do that?
No.
Thank you.
But you will go Hardo in the group chat. I think you both are the group chat Hardos.
No,
You need a fly on the wall.
we do, and that's the guy who could never make it.
He just doesn't even
Because he
respond.
never responds either. He's also a Packers fan, so
That makes
would you
sense.
expect anything
Yeah,
else?
that'll do
Yeah.
it.
So I think it's a good lesson for everybody. Not all group chats are created equally. If you are the guy who never responds, leave. If you were, because no, we don't want that energy in the group chat. We want fucking banter coming back and forth.
No, dude, that's good. You want that because every time he chimes in, it's usually with a banger.
Oh, 100%.
Like this
it
guy's
depends on who it is.
This guy's quiet for 3 weeks straight, and somebody says something, and then he just comes in with the perfect comeback out of nowhere, and then back to ghosting. Doesn't even respond to the responses to his own comment. He is just back in the shadows, like he's Homer Simpson going into the bush and not coming back out.
Exactly.
At least someone every single week has to pose the question, do we need to do a welfare check? Because that is how little he responds.
That'd be a funny bit in a group chat. Like, hey, this is the weekly welfare check for Joe Blow. Joe, you alive? He says yes. You're like, all right, go back to the shadows.
Or
my guy.
I'll just say, you there?
Yep.
Like you want to partake?
Crickets from Joe.
Yeah. The best though is when everyone is not doing anything and everyone is dialed into their phone and it is just back and forth, good conversation, good banter, shots being fired.
You got to be
It's the
quick.
best, man.
In a group chat battle of shit talking, you got to be fast because if you don't get your response out right away, they're already on to a new
Yes.
topic and a new shit talk 10 seconds later.
Yep. Like you see the 3 dots popping up and you're like,
fuck,
oh
fuck,
God.
fuck. Like, am I going to send a funny GIF? Am I going to respond with just text? What am I going to do? Am I going to throw a post from when so-and-so looked like a dumbass on
Yep.
Halloween 3 years ago? What do I do?
Yep. There's also the guy that just responds in GIFs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that guy.
I am sometimes. It depends on the conversation.
I forget the GIFs are even there.
Yeah, I have a GIF keyboard, which is a super old man move of me.
It is. Yeah,
but
it
it's
is.
so much faster than going to Google and typing in a GIF, copying it, and pasting it.
I got a GIF keyboard too. I got a little, there's like an app on my
Yeah.
text message deal.
Same.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, we're old though.
Giphy.
Jake's like 12. He's wearing fucking overalls and a pink shirt right
I
now.
still got it. I still got the GIF keyboard thing.
You just made fun of me for it.
I know you just use it all the time, but I have it.
I think it's just stock. Isn't it just stock?
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, guys, the group chat might be quiet right now. Go and liven that baby up a little bit. Take a shot at somebody.
For no reason.
Just
You
for-
don't need a reason to talk
Just
shit in
out
a
of the
group
blue.
chat.
Yeah, that's a complete blind deflection shot. Get that baby fired up again. If you guys like to ice fish together, if you like to do sim leagues together, just get her fired up again.
Mhm.
I'm telling you. Those are your buddies, and those are the people you need to keep close.
Yep.
Also be careful who you add to the group chat because that can ruin the entire dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up next, guys, before we take a break, after we take a break, the most frequent reoccurring guest on the show, Maddie Pool.
The one and only breakfast ball athlete.
Maddie Pool from the Caddy Girls.
Yep.
Coming back on the podcast. We're going to talk a little bit of LIV Golf. Her and the Caddy Girls have gotten deep into the LIV Golf.
Mhm.
They've been they're working, essentially. They're contracted out with LIV. So she's got some inside scoops on what's going on. We also talk about, there's always that hack out on the course. And how do you spot that person? We're going to take a quick break. We'll get into the interview with Maddie Pool, and we'll wrap the show up. Guys, before we get into our segment with Maddie Pool, you know who we got to talk to you about.
Carl. And his
Carl's place.
And his place, yes.
He's got a great place. You know where that place is? It's in Wisconsin.
Mhm.
It's in the Midwest. Midwest born and bred.
Mhm.
And you know what Carl does? He makes elite simulators.
Yes, he does. Well, he doesn't like physically like make the simulator, but he'll find all the things you need to put one together for you.
He makes the enclosures. They make the enclosures
That's
in-house,
true.
custom made.
That's true.
So when you hear of simulator, what do you think?
I think of the projector.
Ooh, I think of the enclosure
I'm
and the
thinking
turf.
the computer, guys. I
Yeah.
don't know about you
Wow,
guys.
it's like there's so many parts. How do we keep it all straight? You call Carl place. Carl's. Fuck. I was on a roll there.
Yeah,
Guys,
you were.
carlofet.com, CARLOFET.com. I know you're all itching to get swings in this winter. I know you're trying to start a golf league with your buddies. And you know why you're trying to start a golf league with your buddies? Because you were too late to sign up for the one at the simulator in town, and now you need to go to your second option.
You
And
know
that's
what?
just to buy your own.
You know what I did this weekend, Ryan?
Go on.
On the simulator? I brought my son because it's a hell of a lot easier to chase a golf ball that he shanks when the simulator stops it from rolling 30 feet the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Got him a little kids club, put him on the driving range. And the first time he connected with one when it was actually under the sensor and the lines go out on the simulator, he thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever. He's like, Dad.
Daddy,
And he's
take
just
care.
pointing at the fucking lines. I'm like, all right, get off. And he's like banging on the closure. I'm like, don't do that. Get off of there. But other than that, it was sweet.
Yeah.
He
Daddy, take
loved
care.
it.
It's a
So,
sim.
yep. And once he saw me hit one shot, he refused to use his tiny kids club. So then he had to use mine and then
Naturally.
couldn't connect for the rest of the round. But it was still fun. You just
let him do what he wants to do.
Yep.
And that's the best place, the best part about having your own simulator at your own place is being able to do stuff like that. I mean, shit, you can throw NFL football on. It's all hooked up to the computer software. So, guys, you got to go check out Carl's place. You got to get that winter sim league with your buddies started. Hop in the group chat and be like, who wants in on a winter sim league? Because I'm buying one,
Yep.
baby. Don't forget, promo code double bogey for 10% off enclosures, launch monitors, all the expensive stuff. Take advantage of it. Also, send us a picture of what you guys are picking out.
Yeah.
We've gotten some already, and we're like, I'm pumped for you because I know how pumped we were when we put ours up.
Mm-hmm.
carlofet.com. Go check out some of the best sims on the market.
Yep.
All right, guys, we have our most frequent reoccurring guest back on the show, Maddie Pool from the Caddy Girls. Welcome back. This is like what, number 3 or
Hi.
4?
I think it's 4. We've had
Yeah.
two Zooms, an in-person, now 3
Yep.
Zooms.
Yep.
So
3 Zooms
Yeah.
in person. Now we got you back. And I mean, not the specific reason we have you back, because obviously we like chatting with you and have you on the show. But we've talked a lot in the early stages of LIV Golf on this podcast about, you know, what is all to come with this new tour, what everyone's thinking about it, different opinions here and there. But you're deep into the LIV Golf.
I love it.
We've never been. We've obviously seen videos and photos. It looks like waste management every single weekend,
Yep.
essentially, of a tournament.
Yes. Yes.
So let's hop right into it. Give us your perception and the background and what you're all doing with LIV Golf, and then we'll kind of chime in back and forth and see what we got to say. So go ahead, Maddie.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. Thanks for having me on again. I just want to say too, I'm also a breakfast ball athlete.
The first and
yes,
only.
the only.
and only.
We're putting
right?
food on the
So
table for
Yep.
college athletes.
Yep.
We cannot forget about that.
Yep.
But no, yeah, so we've been traveling, doing some LIV events. So I just want to clarify that we don't work directly with LIV Golf. So
Okay.
we are third party contracted with everything. Which is super exciting, but we get to be involved and I absolutely love it. The first time we went, I don't know if you guys saw on our Instagram, we got to go to the pre-party
Okay.
in New Jersey, and I think I may have had a heart attack. I could not breathe. I was so excited. I was trying not to fangirl. I was just like, Megan was like recording me the whole time, and I was like, okay, we got to stay calm and like be collected.
Okay.
But I absolutely love it. It definitely is a different shift in energy from, I think, a PGA event. I think the energy is exciting. It's happy. Everybody's happy to be there. The caddies, the players, the staff. It's exciting.
Wow.
I think it's a different energy, and I think you guys need to go and show up.
Well, it's tough to be grumpy when there's tens of millions of dollars in your pocket.
Oh, exactly.
You could send me to a prison work camp for $20 million and I'd have a smile on my face.
Yeah, you'd have a hell of a time too.
So imagine going to a party with that much money in your pocket. That'd be fucking amazing.
Oh my gosh. I've been trying to get into the LIV Pro-Am so bad.
I feel like
We
you
need
should
to
be able to do that.
We need to start like a hashtag Maddie for live.
Something to get you in the prom. I mean,
Yes.
I think pro-ams are what, 3 AMs and 1 pro, or 4 AMs and 1 pro. There's
Yeah.
2 guys sitting right here who would also love. We're big pro-am guys. We played in 1 so far. Live pro-am would be sweet. Although, can you take the country club adjacent back off challenge at par 3?
I couldn't.
When they're in
No
your ear.
chance.
Have you heard of country club adjacent?
No.
They're another golf page as well, and they're really good at talking shit to you. They're the guys, like when you're trying to tee off, they talk shit to you and try to get you to back away from your ball.
Are they part of the Nelk Boy?
No.
Is that
No,
different?
similar vibes.
Yeah, similar vibes.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you probably seen him there. They're at just about every event doing media. They're asking ridiculous questions in the media room.
So here's my proposal for your pro-am. You have gone on the
Okay.
record as a big time fangirl of Cam Smith, potential future wife of Cam Smith.
Really?
So if we get the 3 of us on a pro, look at her.
Don't cry, Maddie. Don't cry.
I'm literally turning red. Oh my god.
If we get the 3 of us on a pro-am team with Cam, we will wingman for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And we can make that wedding happen as long as we are either bridesmaids or groomsmen.
I want you guys to be flower girls.
We could do that.
I'll bring the rings.
I
down.
want you guys to walk down and throw the flower.
We could
Or golf
co-officiate.
That would be good.
That would actually be tough. That would be crazy.
So
oh my gosh.
have you got to talk to your crush, and were you a little kid when you did?
I actually have not. I have been in very, very close proximity with him. I will say this, and I could not get one word out of my mouth.
I don't know if there's anyone anymore that would do that to me.
No, I don't even think Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler might do that for me.
might. Yeah.
I would. I am just as big of an Adam Sandler fan as you are a Cam Smith fan. So I think
Adam Sandler would not do it for me, but Cam Smith, when he walks by, everybody just looks at me, and I just stand there like this. I'm like,
he's an
this is a big
Aussie
cheek.
too. How can you resist an Aussie? You know, he's got the accent.
Well,
And the mullet.
well, is it the wispy mustache and the mullet?
It's the freaking stash and the mullet
Yeah.
duo combo. If you are a guy golfer out there and you're listening to this, please grow a stash and a mullet.
That
It is the vibe of 2022.
It will improve your chances anytime Maddie or a caddy girl is around.
All right.
Right.
So Maddie, at these live events, what kind of people are you seeing there? Is it because I think everyone in their mind can picture the classic 55 to 65-year-old man at a PGA Tour event. Actually, the other day we were at the Golf Entertainment System here in Fargo. We asked, and I knew what the answer was going to be when I asked the head pro what he thought of LIV, and he wasn't a fan. And I get it. I completely understand. He's not going to be at one of those events.
It's like asking somebody if they're Republican or liberal. Like you just don't know.
It
how-
is very divisive right now, and I don't think it should be. You can be fans of both, and that's fine.
100%. And I think that's the big thing is the media has turned it into this like line in the sand. You're one way or the other, and that's that. And I don't think that's ever how I don't want to speak for LIV, but I don't think that's ever how LIV wanted it to be. I think it was more of a combined collab on making golf grow and fun again.
Yeah, and I'm with you, and I think that the PGA is more to blame than the LIV is for the divide, but also I think that it is a little bit calculated by the LIV to place blame on the PGA. I think it's a smart move by them, and I do truly think that it is okay to be fans of both, and it's almost like if you say you like them both to somebody that likes one or the other, then you've got kind of got the scarlet letter on you. And I think that's a little messed up, especially for golf. Like the intentions is to grow the game. But what exactly is your role? I know it's not technically with the LIV, but when you're at these events, what is your job and what do you see when you're there?
So we do a lot of different things. So we've been player hospitality, management hospitality. So we were the people who were greeting them when they got to the course, when they got to their hotel, getting them in their vehicle, saying bye, do they need anything. We also in Miami actually were cart girls. So we were actually going around serving, and it was so much fun. So I actually worked Friday, Saturday in Miami, and it was such a blast. Like the people, it's a weird mix. Not a weird mix, but it is a mix. There's people who are very, very old there, and then people who are super young. A lot of girls are there, to be honest. A good female following, maybe because it's a little bit less intimidating.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask. Why do you think there's more females at LIV events? I guess there's a lot of females at Waste Management too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a lot more inviting and a lot less intimidating. Like, hey, you don't need to show up and, strict golf clothes and be really quiet and it kind of be boring. I think it invites more of like a fun, playful environment, honestly, for women to go and learn about golf too. You're not sitting there like whispering to your boyfriend or husband, like, oh, what's happening right now, and be intimidated. You can just be like, hey, we're here and we're having a fun time. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think that's one of the problems with golf as a whole. Like when golf started, it was men only. Like that was
there's still courses that are men only,
right? And
which is bananas in my mind.
Yeah, it's like built into the fabric of golf that it is essentially for men, right? And that the last 20 years that has changed quite a bit, but the PGA is still holding on to that a little bit, and except for tournaments like the Waste Management, where it doesn't necessarily even feel like an actual PGA event. I would also throw the Ryder Cup into that as more casual. It's for everybody, and I think that's the vibe the LIV wanted to do. So it makes sense that there are more women there, and because it's a more fun, less strict, less snooty time. And I think it's
cool because people who don't know golf and want to learn more about golf can come and feel less intimidated by it and be able to talk to the person next to you of what's happening.
Why couldn't they do, I would like to see, especially with the team format, some mixed tournaments. Why can't we do mixed tournaments? That'd be sweet.
That would be a lot of fun. You get two guys, two gals on a team.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you get like, if you have power rankings, you get the best two guys with the worst two girls and the best two girls with the worst two guys.
Yep.
And you go like 4-person scramble tournament. How
that'd be sweet
would that be?
That'd be sick.
I'd be a huge fan of that.
Because I would watch that 100%.
Our golf coach right now is playing in the he just finished up the assistant pro national tournament, and I was looking at the list of players, and that is a mixed tournament. So
that's kind of sick.
That's super cool. So it's just all assistant pros, gender doesn't matter, and the tournament looked like a blast. They all played very well. So I don't think Lucas did great, because last time I checked, he was like really close to getting cut. So
yeah. Now, okay, on the other end of the spectrum, Maddie, what do you think? And I'm sure you've heard talk at these LIV tournaments about PGA and about things they should do and all this kind of stuff, but what do you think about a PGA versus LIV event in the future? Do you think they'll ever come to terms and be like, hey, I think we need to start working together, and we need to maybe have like, let's just say DJ and Cam Smith against John Rahm and Scotty Scheffler, a 2v2 match that is pay-per-viewed, that can sell millions of dollars, and a cut goes to both sides?
Yeah, I think definitely that would be something fun. But I think for LIV, I think it's more about selling how fun a tournament can be, and not so much like, let's pay-per-view this and like, let's make a lot of money off of this kind of thing. I definitely think that they will come to terms in the future. I mean, what are they going to do? Argue for the rest of?
Yeah.
I mean, it's making for great entertainment in the golf world.
Of course. Yeah, no, it's not exciting, but it's exciting seeing something new in golf and going back and forth with it. But I think they have to, honestly. And I think it would be better for golf if they came to terms, even if the guys were able to play in the serious tournaments like the Masters and, St. Andrews and that kind of thing, but be able to also choose to play in these fun LIV tournaments.
Yep.
And the PGA and LIV work on a schedule maybe together to collaborate on it. I think that would be, the guys and the caddies would absolutely love that. I think that would be the best of both worlds.
Because the argument that the PGA is making, specifically the players and former players, that really bugs me, is that why would they go to the LIV where there's less competition? Well, the fact that they went to the
so
LIV
irritating.
means there's less competition in the PGA. It's the same argument for you.
Yeah.
There are some of
Hot
the
take,
best.
that's why Roy McIlroy is number 1 right now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well, it's
yeah.
like they're arguing against themselves. It's like there's no side right now that has all the competition, so neither side can claim that they're the best competition in the world because you can't tell me that some of the best golfers in the world aren't on the LIV tour right now.
Agreed.
They are, and it's so surprising to hear because I actually had someone in my master's program at my business college write an article about LIV and say that there's no competition, which I would absolutely 100% argue that, because in college you play on a team, you're playing for yourself, but you're also playing for your teammate. I think the most that I've ever felt anxiety on the golf course is when I was playing for college and on a team. When I played independent golf for the Indiana Open, I felt less pressure than I did on a team because I know my team's relying on me.
Yeah, there's
100%.
no one to let down but yourself in an individual competition.
Well,
And-
the
Exactly.
only individual competition I've played in, I got the shanks for about 6 months from that point on. So I'm going to say I'm a team guy going forward. A lot less pressure on me as a golfer.
Right. I just think it's in my opinion, I think they're just having so much more fun with it too. I think it's great to be able to have your team there that's relying on you and having that extra pressure. Not even like they have their individual, and of course they want to make the $1 million and win the tournament, but when you get team compensation as well. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, it's like the best of both worlds. Okay, you've been around a few events now. Do you have any you got any crazy stories? You got any inside dirt that you can share with us? We may have to clip out of the podcast because it's too confidential. Anything good like that?
I think. Give me a second. Let me.
No, you're good. You're good. I ask my Uber drivers this every single time I hop in Uber. I'm like, what's the craziest Uber
Crazy
story you
shit.
got?
You did this the first time Maddie was on.
Well, different context
with
now.
Megan.
Yeah, different context.
Yeah, different context. A lot less craziness.
Any big SUVs rolling around where you don't know who's in it. Could be like a Saudi prince, could be Greg Norman, could be could be
I love that those are the two options.
it could be what's his name? Monahan, the head of the PGA.
So the first time I actually met Greg in person and talked to him, we were in Boston, and the first group I just took off, Cam was in it, of course, so we were following
naturally.
Naturally, and it's like a magnet. Me and him, I just attract, and so I was standing there looking for Megan. This is the only time I ever talked to Greg, and he looks me dead in the face and grabs my shoulders and says, "You look a little bit lost." And I said, I am a little bit lost. Yeah.
And he's staring down at you, and he's got his straw hat on, and there's a big shark staring at you in the face.
Yeah, that's the only time that I've had an interaction with Greg, and it's been great. Oh my gosh, I have the greatest story though, actually.
Okay, here we go.
We were at a post round drinks with some people of LIV, some caddies and stuff. And we're sitting at the bar, and one of the caddies is like, "Do you know who this is?" To me and Megan. Megan was with me, and I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "It's Pete Cohen." And I'm like,
I don't know who that
Who's
is.
Pete Cohen, Maddie?
Pete Cohen. And Megan's like, "I don't know." And then Pete's like, "Well, she must not know much about golf. She doesn't know who I am, pretty much, And we're like, "Okay, whatever." The caddy's like, "Look at this. Look at her swing," and shows Pete. Do you guys know who Pete Cohen is?
No, we don't.
No.
Okay, he's like #1 golf teacher ever.
Okay.
Well, has he ever met Lucas Johnson?
That's our golf coach. Quick plug.
I love that. He's he's crazy. He says he can't even afford himself to give lessons to people. That's how crazy. Anyways, we show him my swing, and the dude gives me a 3 out of 10. So shout out to Pete Cohen.
Shit.
I don't know what he would give us then.
I mean, you'd be off the spectrum, Tyler.
He would just laugh and
Yeah.
set the phone down if he saw my swing.
Oh my gosh. So now every time Meg and I are anywhere and I hit a good shot, she's like, 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
True. I can't believe you guys don't know who Pete Cohen. I love how I say this. It's like I had no idea who he is.
Yeah.
But Pete Cohen, you guys don't know?
No, I would have thought like it was like Michael Cohen's brother or something.
I'll give him a Cohen brothers. They write movies.
Yeah, I'll give him a 3 out of 10 for. I mean, he can't be that good if we haven't heard of him, right, Tyler?
He's a motivational speaker as well.
No, it's a different guy. I'm looking it up right now. He's also Rory McIlroy's coach. So there might be something to it, to be honest.
So Rory McIlroy. Okay, so I mean that's a conflict of interest right there. If he's at LIV post LIV drinks as Rory McIlroy's coach, I mean there's got to be some sort of conflict of interest there. Am I right?
I don't think so. I think a lot of coaches I think there's a lot of good swing coaches that are having to balance both tours.
When I think golf coaches are like UFC camps or like fighting camps.
Sure,
Like you don't have to be in the UFC to
they're
train
like
there.
Gotcha.
Switzerland. Yeah.
Sure. Very in the
Like,
middle. I got you.
Yep. So like you can,
It's neutral. Yeah.
yeah, you can go to a gym and train, but also be in Bellator and training with guys that are in UFC.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think it's a conflict of interest. I don't think so. If it is, look it up.
Whoops.
Oops, Maddie's
No one was supposed to know he was there. All right. Okay, Maddie. Obviously,
I'm gonna
like
get sued, you guys.
you're never gonna go to an
Blame
event
me.
again. Okay, so your main gig is a caddy girls. You've been with them for many years, and you have seen a lot of different guys come in and out of golf courses and your guys' company and whatnot.
Yeah.
Today we want to talk about. We've been thinking about this a lot, Tyler. Like what defines a hack on the golf course, and how do you recognize a hack on the golf course?
So to me, just first defining it, I think a hack's a little bit different than in each person's mind. To me, is a hack that's someone that thinks they're good that isn't. Not necessarily just someone that's shitty.
Okay.
Because if it's just someone that's shitty, I'm definitely a hack, and I can't participate in this segment because you could just list off things that I am wearing.
No, yeah, you're right. The parameters are like you have to think you're good, and you're actually not.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would say like they pull up to the parking lot, they get out of their car, and they already have their spikes on.
Ryan, hack. Ryan wears them.
Like they were driving with their spikes to the golf course and was like, "Yeah, this is it."
Right.
Okay, what
Get
if
out
you're
and
what
go
if you're running late
straight.
for a tee time? That's the thing.
You still sit on the back of your car and you put your spikes on.
Okay,
Ryan wears them in the office sometimes.
No,
just
I
casual.
don't.
Yes,
That
you
is some
do.
bullshit.
No, it's not.
Oh,
When you got those new spikes from the Pro-Am, you wore them for like 3 days.
Yeah, I'm breaking them in. How am I supposed to break them in if I'm not on the course?
We have a simulator.
Okay, Maddie, here's another part to that question. What do you think about people who wear their golf shoes to the simulator?
I wear spikeless golf shoes to the simulator.
Like nubs, like rubber nubs?
Yeah, like the FootJoy. Like I just posted them on my story. Like literally the FootJoy, like no spike golf shoes.
I mean, Tyler, that's what
I think
fine.
that's a hardo move.
That's what I have the nubs. I don't have actual
What?
spikes.
It's just so unnecessary. It's like bringing your clubs to Topgolf or bringing your clubs to Sweet Shots.
Okay, is that a hack move? Is that a hack move? Bringing your own clubs to a Topgolf or Sweet Shots or wherever.
I would say it's a hardo move.
Maddie, you bringing clubs to Topgolf?
I have. I'm not gonna lie. I brought my clubs to Topgolf.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
I've brought mine.
mean, also
That's a
you're-
little cringy, but
You're not alone there because I bring mine every single time. It's like
know.
if you're gonna get
I know
something
you do.
but think about this. From a different women's perspective. When you go to Topgolf and you try on their clubs are absolute shit.
Yeah, they're
Like,
not
Right.
good.
But you're not going there to get better. You're going there to drink.
Oh, I am, Tyler. I'm going there to get hacks in.
Well, if you're going to get lessons downstairs at Sweet Shots, then you bring your own clubs. That's fine.
You got to practice like you play. If you're going to hit any sort of golf shot, hit them
Right.
with your own clubs.
If you're going to play with buddies, just casual around the fucking target game, you don't need your clubs.
Why?
practice
Cause.
practice how you play.
Thank you.
All right, that's
Maybe that's why you are a hack.
I'm changing.
Thank you.
Just kidding.
I think you can spot a hack by the cigar they smoke. The nicer the cigar, the more of a hack they are because they're overcompensating for their game.
Okay.
Some
okay.
of the best golfers I've ever seen in
would-
my life are smoking backwoods.
I would disagree.
Really?
Well, okay, Tyler. Okay,
Yeah.
Maddie, go ahead. Why do you disagree?
No, I would disagree. I've seen really good golfers smoke really good cigars.
That's the only argument?
Yeah.
I mean, what about cigarettes? You got to be smoking
That's
the
it.
most pristine cigarettes on the
I
course.
feel like if you're
you
ripping
are
a dart.
smoking cigarettes on the fucking course, then you are playing 2 out of the 18 holes, and that's it. Like, literally.
There's just something about cigarettes on a golf course. Besides, if you're John Daly, it's fine.
Yep.
The cigarettes and golf courses just don't mix. I don't know what
No.
it is, but the little white stick hanging out of your mouth, it's a lot different than the brown stick hanging out of your mouth.
I don't know. I've seen some really good golfers hawking darts on the course.
Okay. Answer me this, Tyler. You are not good enough to determine a good cigar from a bad cigar.
Yeah, I am. You can tell.
What's a good cigar?
Cuban?
The thickness of it.
He's like, give me 1 second.
You,
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
know like actually how I determine a good cigar? I have no cigar knowledge. That's how fancy the little band is around it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what if I see like a super fancy band that's like gold leafed and like super intricate, I'm like, that is a fancy cigar, and he probably sucks at golf.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I would.
I
mean,
think if you are wearing jeans to the golf course, that is a huge red flag.
Straight
out the
shots
bat.
at my father. He wears jeans to the golf course all the time.
he does, and I didn't even notice
And
that.
he's not bad, but he's definitely a hack.
He's not terrible,
Yeah.
but he's also like you could put a hammer in the loop on
Yep.
on the side of his knee.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
iron head covers.
Yeah, we've dove into
Yeah.
that, and honestly,
you-
Maddie, you would be surprised how many iron head cover hardos came out of the woodwork and were like, well, I mean, if you're gonna get custom fitted for clubs and spend $3,000 or $2,000, whatever, why would you not take care of those things? It's all about resale value these days.
And then my argument is you
Resell.
better not be hitting them out of the rough then because they're $3,000 clubs and you don't want to get them dirty.
Well, and the only reason
Right?
you're
You might as well not even bring them out.
Right.
Don't even hit with them.
well, and the thing is, if you're gonna resell your clubs, obviously you can't hit them. If you can hit
Right.
your clubs good, you don't need to sell them
Mhm.
until maybe
Also,
10 years
who-
down the road.
Who resells custom fit clubs?
Thank you.
Can we just
You know, and
what?
what are you laughing at?
Why
No,
the
I
fuck
have
are you
custom
spending
fit clubs.
$3,000?
I have custom fit clubs that were not custom fit for me.
Really? You bought them at garage sale or what?
No, I got them from an old roommate.
Oh.
They were custom fit for him, and now they're mine.
Add that one to the list. Add that one to the list.
You're not wrong. So we're just gonna list off shit that I do now because I'm a fucking hack. This one, I am proud of it, and I don't care. How to spot a hack? If they have a ton of golf balls in their bag, they are a hack.
Of different brands.
Yes,
Of different brands.
Yeah.
I have maybe 100 golf balls in my bag, and not a single one's consistent. Maybe 4 or 5 of them are new and in a box, but because they were gifted to me.
Yeah.
I'm a hack. So if you have a shit ton of golf balls in it, I think it's okay to be a hack. We got to stop the stigma. It's all right to be a hack, everybody. So if you do any of the things that I'm listing off, or Maddie or Ryan are listing off, it's okay. It's okay, guys.
If you have a ball grabber in your bag,
Fucking A. I have one of those too.
He's so proud of his ball grabber.
I love my ball grabber.
But Tyler, here's the thing. You don't claim that you're good.
It's true.
So this doesn't really
that's
even apply to
different.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like you're like, yeah.
Tyler, tell me if you can tell who I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about a specific person. They're a hack. And the one reason that they're a hack is they have built-in excuses before the round even starts. And I'm talking haven't played in a week, not drinking until I have a bad hole, or maybe just drank too much the night before. Built-in excuses before the round starts. So if you start playing bad, that's the reason why.
Is this person's
Yeah.
office 10 paces from here?
That is correct. We do have a couple hacks in this office, and that describes the one perfectly.
When they get
Yeah.
out of their car and they're like, my back, I woke up this morning and
Yes. Oh, God. I golfed
Oh,
18,
yeah.
walked 18 yesterday, and my hips are just super tight. Well, it doesn't matter. You should have got up and stretched, because we got a new 18 today.
literally, you guys, when we did our 2v2 off the first tee,
Wait,
like,
did-
I played so much golf. So you never know where we're gonna hit it. Like,
Did we win that though?
I don't recall.
Oh, I think there's
2v2 winners. We're still
there
undefeated.
might be video evidence.
Still undefeated.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yep.
Also,
back.
I feel like how to spot a hack. Someone who rolls up to a golf course and thinks that the green fees are too expensive.
That's just practical, okay?
But here's the thing: if you're used to golfing at $25 for 18 hole type of course, and you get to somewhere that's $50 to $60, you're like, oh man, these freaking green fees are burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah, that's expensive.
But that,
okay, but also like those who are good at golf and have played in college, I don't remember the last time I paid for like a green fee.
Oh, not to brag.
not to fucking brag a
Okay,
single
shut
bit.
up. No. But that's the thing. Okay.
No, I'm with you. If you ain't gonna pay for green fees, Maddie,
Yep.
don't pay for them.
That's why we like golf.
I'm sorry, you're mad that you paid for green fees. I'm sorry.
That's
sorry, okay? And that you pay for your small bucket of balls that you shank everywhere. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm hitting a large bucket before the round. Thank you.
I think another one.
That's how you spot a hack when they're hitting a fucking large bucket of balls before the round.
Well, I might leave 5 on the
They
range
show
for
up-
the next
They
guy.
show up 2 hours early for the 7 a.m. tee time with the buddies and are hitting a large bucket of balls. They're chipping and they're putting 30 minutes each.
Yeah.
No, a hack is not chipping or putting. They're going
Yeah,
driver
they're just swinging
on
driver
the
for an
range
hour.
Just raw
for an hour
dogging the
straight.
course.
Yeah.
I have another one. This is how you can spot a hack. They host a golf podcast.
Are you looking at yourself or are you looking at me?
Both of us. Because all we've done is just describe ourselves. Every single thing we said except the nice cigar thing, which apparently is wrong according to Maddie, has just been stuff we do.
Do you guys wear the hats that have like the sunshade, like just on the back?
I think a bucket hat is a big time hack move though.
I wear one often.
What?
I don't. It has.
No.
It
Do
has.
you not like bucket hats?
They're sweet.
I love bucket hats.
You should start wearing them.
I wear them all the time. What are you talking about?
So are you a hack too then?
Pete Cohen would say you are a hack, Maddie.
3 out of 10.
I'm a 3 out of 10. Come on, guys. I'm an undercover hack.
No, I think the sunshade thing, I have a hat with that, but it's like it's got a little pouch on the back and you stuff it in the pouch. I leave it
Oh
in the
my
pouch,
God.
okay? Okay.
Steve Irwin out here where you can go
Yeah.
to the pond to see if you can see gators.
Maybe. Actually, I'd probably shit my pants if I saw a gator. So
Oh my gosh.
I
I saw one in Florida. It was crazy.
I think
I took a picture next to it.
Chubbs might have been Chubbs gator.
yeah. Did it have one eye?
I would say number 1, Tyler, speak for yourself. But number 2, I'm not going to disagree with you
Yeah.
because I have this certain persona about myself. It's more of an intimidation factor. I would like people before like a match or a round because I'm playing 1v1, 2v2 every time I go up. It's an intimidation factor to make people think that I'm actually good, so they start getting in their own head about like, fuck, I got to play good today, even though I'm not. And I already have the upper hand if that's the case.
Okay. Like, does
I
that
think that
work?
makes me more
You're pl-
nervous.
You're playing with the same guys. They know you. You rarely play with anyone new. They know your skill level. That can't work, Ryan.
I mean, confidence is key in this situation.
I don't disagree.
I'm playing tournament
But,
golf.
like, if you go out there and you're like, yeah, I'm the best there is, and then you shank off the first tee, like, how embarrassing is
well,
that?
hey, then the excuses start. Then
Uh-huh.
I'm officially a hack.
I would rather people think I suck at golf and then I go out there and I'm good at golf than they expect me to be good and then I suck.
That is this. I did the exact same thing. Yearbook open. In high school in wrestling, I would purposely dress like a dumbass so people would think I was going to suck. Like I would wear the dumbest looking shoes and I would warm up like a dumbass and then people would think I'd be shitty and then I wouldn't be.
Not to brag.
Not to fucking brag.
I think that 100% you can tell someone's a hack by the way they dress. I think
Attire is huge.
Mm-hmm.
it's huge. Like 100%.
Now good golfers also wear really nice attire though. So how do you, I mean, without seeing somebody play, they're rolling up out of the parking lot from their car. ready for a round and they're dressed to the nines. How do you know if that person
without their spikes on?
They put the spikes on at this point. We would disregard that. I get it. Okay. I'm wearing my spikes to the course. Doesn't matter. Okay. How do you spot it though? What kind of clothing are they wearing? Are they the type of guys where they go to a tournament and they wear the pullover they got from the tournament once a week? Because like, hey, someone might recognize that I was at TPC Scottsdale and ask me about it. Is that what what we're looking for here?
Yeah. No, we're in the khakis, like the non-golf shorts. Or the high socks. Like the high socks is such a hot take. Like the soccer socks.
Not a fan?
Not a fan. Why are you wearing soccer socks to the golf course?
Also 10 steps from this office. Now I wear short socks. But I've been notorious for wearing jeans and t-shirt or jean shorts and a t-shirt at a golf course before, but I do pick and choose the courses I'm wearing that I like. I love small town 9-hole courses. I don't need to dress up for those. This is my chance to wear a t-shirt and be completely fine there. So I like doing that. But again, I am a hack. So it fits right into the segment.
Something about like getting up and getting ready for the golf course just does it for me. Like putting on an outfit that absolutely matches.
Oh, it's the best.
Top to bottom. It's the best feeling.
And we've talked about this before. I have certain outfits that I tend to play better in. And I have certain polos that I've shot very bad rounds in that typically just stay in the back of my closet.
Dude, that's good though. Superstition in the golf course, I think, is very necessary.
Huge.
You've got to have
Very
something you're
necessary.
superstitious about.
Or like a ball that you hit a birdie with. You're going to keep that ball as long as you possibly can. And if you keep it to the next round, that's what you're teeing off with.
I actually had my dad caddy for me for a tournament this past summer. And I was playing really bad in every hole. I was playing bad and he just kept changing the balls. He's like, here, I got you a new ball. Try this one.
I played in the last tournament I played in.
Dad.
I didn't know if I went over the water or in the water, and the spotters did not either. But there was a ball on the other side of the water that I think was mine, but it wasn't the ball I thought I was using. So I naturally just claimed it.
I was caddying and it was awkward as shit. I'm like, Ryan, there's a ball here. Does it say this? And he's like, no. And then 3 minutes later, he's like, yes, it does.
That's mine over there. Whoopsies.
Oh my God.
It was, and then Go ahead, Maddie.
If you have golf balls in your pocket, you're a hack.
Fuck.
Like as you go up to hit the ball and you have an extra one in your pocket just in case.
So that's superstition for me. I feel like the golf gods know that I'm getting cocky by just going up with one ball. So if I have one in my pocket, there's like, all right, this guy knows his place. We're going to let him hit this one good.
Maddie, I've literally had 4 to 5 balls in my pocket before.
Why?
I mean, if you find a hot spot on the course where people are hitting balls into, I mean, why not?
Well, put them in your bag. Why do you have them in your pocket?
I don't know. It's more of like a weight distribution type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Phone in the left, 5 balls in the right.
They're like, my swing coach just told me I need to distribute my weight better, so I put them on my left side.
Careful what you
Pete
listen.
Cohen?
Yeah, I was gonna say, careful about your current swing coach. Maybe ask Pete Cohen about the balls in the pocket type deal.
Yeah, we gotta ask him. We need to shoot him a DM, an email, maybe a letter.
He doesn't DM. Yeah, he only like handwritten letters or emails.
Telegraph.
To an AOL account.
Yeah.
All right, Maddie. I know you got to get going. It's always a pleasure having you on. Is there any last words you'd like to say? And also, tell us where we all can find you.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me on. I'm so happy to be the one and only Breakfast Ball podcast athlete, first of all. Second of all, you can find me on official Maddie Pool on Instagram. You can find TCG. I'll plug the work, the Caddy Girls on Instagram. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. I hope to come back on and shoot the shit.
Yeah. Okay, guys. If you haven't heard of the Caddy Girls yet, if you're just tuning in now to the podcast, you can literally hire caddies to come and caddy for you at basically any destination in the U.S. Correct?
Correct.
So if you got a trip lined up, Arizona, Florida, Maine, wherever across the country, hit up the Caddy Girls, get the guys a couple caddies, have a round.
Exactly.
Don't be a hack.
And if you fit any of the descriptions we just said, you'll have a blast.
Yes.
like, do not contact us. No, I'm just kidding. Please, we'll make your golf game better. I promise. We'll do it.
Hell yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Straight from the mouth of a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Are we okay?
All right, Maddie. Good to have you on again. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maddie.
Later.
Ryan.
Always a pleasure having Maddie on the pod.
It is.
It's always fun to talk golf with her because she played college golf.
Mm-hmm.
She's big into professional golf, going to tournaments, waste management, LIV tour. It's interesting hearing about the dynamic between the two.
It's fun when we talk to Maddie because there's always like a big period in between interviews with Maddie. And the first time we had her on, she was like a social media intern, and our podcast would get like 100 downloads a month.
Yeah.
And to see our growth and hers has matched it. She's like high up with the caddy girls, like going to exclusive shit with LIV Golf.
Yep.
So I think that's fun to see every time.
It's cool.
Just even the updates of like, what are each group doing now?
Yeah. I mean, she just literally skipped class.
You need a fourth person for your golf group chat. She'll be the one that can never go because she's always at LIV, but she'll have some funny shit to say.
Yeah. She also lives in Indiana. So
Yeah.
that's probably like a 22-hour drive.
Something like that.
Over to Fargo?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always good having her on. We hope you guys enjoyed a little LIV talk. We haven't talked pro golf in a while, in which we normally don't, just because
It's good to remind you guys that we still have somewhat of an idea what's going on in the golf world.
Guys, before we wrap the podcast up, talked a lot about the golf group chat. Take this podcast, send it to the group chat, have them listen to it, and then have them identify what person they think they are. And when they think they're the person that can always go, you have the ammo to back it up, saying, hey, buddy, you're always the guy who backs out on us. Don't even...
I would also like screenshots sent to us of the shenanigans in your group chat because there's some of the best stuff in there.
Golf group chats are one of the most elite things about the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a group chat for fucking flag football or Tuesday night volleyball league, whatever. Hey, who can show up? Well, maybe. Hey, who can show up? All right, see you then. They're not as electric.
Yeah.
Golf group chats take the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thanks for listening to episode 113, 112. We'll see you next week. Also, Black Friday deal, OUBetcha.com. The deal is going to be hot.
What is the deal?
The deal is a free tee, free mystery tee with every single order. And trust me, we're not going to give you some bullshit tee. We're going to give you a solid free tee with any order on OUBetcha.com. You can check out the breakfast ball stuff, the Bev Cart regular hats, the golf towels, the koozies, anything that you guys need for your next round. OUBetcha.com. Go check out the Black Friday sale. It drops Wednesday afternoon. See you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.